Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. As you saw in the last one, we're just stripping this thing down. We got all the sound deadening out, and in this video here, as you saw in the title, we're gonna go ahead and just continue with that trend and get this whole thing stripped down. The only things left that we really need to get out are things like seam sealer, some brackets, there's little threaded studs that are welded all over the car that we have to cut all those out because I'm not using any of them. And that's the name of the game. That's where we're at. So we're just gonna go ahead and continue with the trend of getting this thing stripped down. Let's jump inside the car and start working on the seam sealer. So we got all the seam sealer out of the car, all the nooks and crannies, everything's all shaved out and wire wheeled. The only seam sealer that I have left is in the engine bay. Both of these brackets, I want to go ahead and remove all this seam sealer, and we're going to be drilling all the spot welds so we can remove this guy and this one as well. And now that I scraped the majority of it off, we'll just hit it with a wire wheel and it'll be nice and clean. For those of you who get your wire wheels at Harbor Freight, a little hack is you can get a hammer and bend these out. Just kind of flare out the wire wheel, much easier. All right, so that's one side done. As you saw, I just used the wood chisel, scraped along the body line to take the majority of the seam sealer off. And then you hit it with a wire wheel, and just a couple minutes later, it is nice and smooth and bare metal. It exposes all of the spot welds that we need to go ahead and drill so we can get this off. Okay, so all of the brackets are off, all the seam sealers off, everything is shaved down. I still need to fill a lot of holes, all the holes on the firewall minus a couple for like the brake booster and the steering column. But other than that, everything is shaved. If you can see, there's still a lot of dimples and stuff from where I used the grinder to get off the spot welds. But that's okay, I can throw a little bit of filler on there, it's no problem at all. But we are in Florida, and if you don't know, Florida is extremely humid. So any kind of bare metal will start to rust within like a week. And I have a lot of bare metal just scattered throughout this car right now. So even though it might create some more work down the line, I would still rather get this bare metal covered. So I believe I have some steel it floating around here. I'm gonna just spot spray around random areas just to get this bare metal covered up, because I do not want to deal with any rust. And also, I forgot to mention that there is a lot of rough transitions from metal to paint that you're gonna see through once this is covered. So I have a lot of these like Scotch-Brite attachments for a Milwaukee. I'm gonna go through on a low speed and just try to smooth a lot of this metal out. And then I'm gonna hit it with some Steel It so we can get the metal covered. All right, I've been at this for a few hours now, and I have the majority of all of the studs and brackets and spot welds and everything drilled off. Everywhere, the whole trans tunnel is done. All the brackets in the corner, all the loops along the rear seat here. I still need to shave off these seatbelt buckles and a couple other brackets on that side, and then that's going to be it. I'm gonna have to go through this whole car and just weld up all these little holes that are all over the place, just so this entire chassis is sealed off from any kind of smoke or water or anything that might come into the cab. So I got a little bit more grinding to do, then I'll catch back up with you guys. All right, so we have all of the brackets, all of the little threaded nubs, everything throughout this entire car is officially shaved off and ground down, and now we are left with probably at least 100 or more holes. I would definitely say more if you go look at the roof of this car. But yeah, that pretty much covers everything in this video on getting all of these brackets off. The only thing left that we have to really cut out of this car is going to be the rear. We have a wide body that's going to be coming soon, and we're going to be hacking off the rear frame rails and the rear of the body so it can all just be a fiberglass rear clip, so it can absorb walls, do all those good things that we like the cars to do. So from here on out, I just need to go around the entire car and fill all these hundreds of holes. I have some laser cut patches that I got some cool video of from my buddy Justin at Jack's Fab Shop. That'll be in the next video. It's a pretty sweet process that we did to go from template onto a laser cutter that made all these perfect little templates to fill the holes. So you guys will see that in the next video. I appreciate you watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Later, guys.